Metal on Airborne at the 103.5 FM from Monday to Friday, 7 a.m. to 9 a.m. on the morning drive.
Yes, guys, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you're watching from. Please like, subscribe, and share right. Hit the subscribe button right here. Check this out. It's on Amazon.com. Hip hop and Igbo culture. I just wait for the Martin to find quick it, okay? The rock. Hello. Good morning and welcome to Ebona, the 103.5 FM. Today, the 13th day of January 2025. Today is Monday and the time is 2 minutes past the hour of 7. It's time for Ebona, the newspaper headlines on Ebona, the 103.5 FM. This morning, we are going to take you through the news making the headlines on Nigerian newspapers. But before we do that, let's go for a short break. When we come back, we'll continue on the stories making the headlines. Please stay with us.
Airborne at the 103.5 FM Ogidi presents Media Talent Hunt and Skill Acquisition Show. Are you an upcoming model, actor, rap, R&B, gospel, reggae, or high life musician? Are you trying to find your footing on social media? Do you want to earn money with talents and skills? Do not look any further. Sign up for Ebona, the 103.5 FM Media Talent Hunt and Skill Acquisition Show. Today, you will have the opportunity to learn and become an expert in video coverage, photography, film editing, music production, advertising and social media marketing, content creation, filmmaking, radio drama, magazine production, and many more. Register today at Ebona, the 103.5 FM Ogidi, opposite Obunike Boys, inside European Residency Hotel Ogidi. For more information, call or WhatsApp 080 6579 6599.
You're welcome back to newspaper headlines on Ebona, the 103.5 FM. This morning, we are going to take you through the news, making the headlines on The Guardian, Leadership, Vanguard, Sun, Punch, Daily Post, The Nation. This day, and if time permits, we are also going to take a look at Nigerian Tribune newspapers. Remember that you can become part of the conversation by sending your reactions via SMS or WhatsApp messages on 081 38 397740 or 08139256742 or 08065796599. I am Martin. Let's get started with the Guardian newspaper this morning. Road to $1 trillion economy. Nigeria toes Europeans apart, integrates $146 billion shadow economy in GDP plan. Road to $1 trillion economy. Nigeria toes European Union's apart, integrates a $146 billion shadow economy in GDP plan. Bayero heads to Supreme Court over Emirship tussle. Oyo files fresh counts against a True in a Stampede case. Human Rights Writers Association demands a probe into organ harvesting scandals. Diaspora group endorses Tinubu as next governor of Lagos State. SILAC laws return stolen $52.88 million, demands transparent use. Falana urges Nigerians to expose cases of torture offenders. Works Ministry budgets 12 billion naira on legal fees, SSA's vehicles. Works Ministry's budget 12 billion naira on legal fees, SSA's vehicles. Airstrike, Zamfara government, APC, applaud NAF as military denies civilian casualties. NLC seeks dialogue on tax reform as Makinde urges collaboration. Northern Youth query alleged secret recruitment in CBN. Terrorists kill 4 at immigration border in Kebbi. National Drug Law Enforcement Agency apprehends traditional priest, seizes 2,760 kg of skunk in major bust. Julius Vega resumes Bodo Bonny Road project. Alake decries capital project caught in mining sector. NCAA to prosecute passenger for holding Ibom Air flight hostage over baggage dispute. Stop politicians from using pulpits to abuse people. Fubara tells Church Nigeria secured $7.6 billion investment interest from AIF, says African Development Bank. France military base and life assurance policy. Father allegedly kills, buries 14-year-old son over habitual theft. States honor fallen heroes, harp on peace, security. Winning Africa from wasteful debts. Loan sharks. Doherty queries Lagos debt burden. Feasibility of 2025 budget. Lagos records 1,675 emergencies in 2024 as the federal government seeks a review of fire laws. Apwen rallies volunteers to tackling infrastructural challenges. Ayedatiwa cancels 60th birthday celebration. Pardons 40 inmates. Obstruct officers on duty face jail. Police warn. Human Rights Writers Association commends Tinubu for banning unethical practices in armed forces. Concerns linger over emergency response in Lagos. SILAC laws returned stolen $52.88 million, demands transparent use. Falana urges Nigerians to expose cases of torture offenders. Terrorists kill 4 at immigration border in Kebbi. We've taken this. Tinubu means well for Ndigbo. We will appeal for Kanu's release, says Eze. Mixed reactions trail announcement of Owadi as Alafin elect. States honor fallen heroes, harp on peace, security. Kalo Obi congratulates new Ohanese President General. Obasanjo reveals how Jimmy Carter saved him from Abacha. Homosexuality, cross-dressing, others banned in military. Socio-economic rights and accountability project sues federal government governors for alleged abuse of Cyber Crimes Act. Catholic Church urges Tinubu to boost food production, reduce inflation. OPC tax Southwest governors to tackle influx of bandits. Lagos seeks citizens' participation in urban planning. Police nab suspected kidnapper in Ogun. Ojoto Traditional Council rejects allegations of chaos, affirms harmony. Tax reform bill. NLC seeks dialogue with federal government. Women's participation crucial in climate change planning. Minister on rural passengers disrupt IBOM air flight operations, prevent takeoff. UK schools host exhibition in Abuja, Lagos. Qatar fought for my release from Abuja's Qatar fought for my release from Abacha's Gulag, says Obasanjo. Terrorists kill four at immigration border in Kebbi. Tinubu celebrates Okoya at 85. NSYEI condemns National Air Force airstrike that killed civilians in Zamfara. Zamfara governor commends Nigerian Air Force mourns civilians airstrike casualties. Tanzania rights activists kidnapped in Kenya. Amnesty. Australian women kidnapped in Niger. Human Rights Writers Association demands forensic probe into organ harvesting scandal. Firefighters raise Firefighters race to beat LA blazes as winds grow and death toll hits 16. Southern presidency will run for 8 years. Laolu Akande, terrorists, attack border facilities, kill four in Kebbi. That's the much we can take from the Guardian newspaper this morning. Still on the stories making the headlines on Nigerian newspapers this morning from the Guardian newspaper. We'll flip over to the leadership newspaper. Socio-economic rights and accountability projects jacks federal government states to ECOWAS court over legality of Cyber Crimes Act. Senate President pledges support for families of fallen heroes. Bomb explosion rocks Imo, destroys new house. Tinubu's aid highlights a positive sides of subsidy removal. Abia North PDP stakeholders push for 2027 victory. Abandon the projects. Julius Berger apologizes to Senate for shunning summons. Repentant bandits assure NSA. Governor Sani on Peak's part. Nigerian correctional system demands 1 billion naira cancer health fund allocation in 2025 budget. NCS demands 1 billion naira cancer health fund allocation in 2025 budget. Death trap rose, a national emergency. Zamfara government commends Air Force commiserate with civilian casualties. Out of school children, Governor Yusuf distributes uniforms to pupils. Telecom and the hike economy. Five governors may dump parties ahead of 2027. Rent default cases rise over hardship, cost of living. Tax bills show Nigerians consultation report. Bauchi governor tells the presidency, Jimmy Carter saved me from Abacha's gulag. Obasanjo. Troops neutralize 25 terrorists, destroy Bello 2G's camp. Insecurity. We must make a difference in our operations this year. Chief of Defense Staff tells troops. Ibadan Stampede. Oyo slams 18-count charge on Naomi Oriyomi Fasasi. Still on the stories making the headlines on the leadership newspaper this morning. Catholic Church urges Tinubu to boost food production, reduce inflation. We take the details of this story now. Catholic Archbishop of Abuja, Most Reverend Ignatius Kaigama, has said the stampede that occurred during the church's yearly Christmas items distribution, where 10 people lost their lives and 11 others were injured, were never as a result of negligence. Kaigama insisted no Nigerian should be allowed to die a needless death just struggling for what to eat, explaining that the distribution at Holy Trinity in 2024 witnessed an unprecedented turnout of about 5,000 needy and vulnerable persons due to the heightened economic hardship affecting many families in the church, in the country. The cleric called on President Bola Tinubu to keep to the promises he made to Nigerians in his New Year's broadcast to intensify efforts to boost food production and reduce inflation from its current high rate of 34.6% to 15%. For more on that story, get yourself a copy of Leadership newspaper this morning. And still on the stories making headlines on the Leadership newspaper, FA Cup, 10-man United edge out Arsenal on penalties. Akpabio calls on Nigerians to honor fallen heroes' sacrifices. New Alafin will lead Oyo to greater heights. Gani Adams, FA Cup, Gabriel Jesus, injured, leaves Arsenal. Man United clash on stretcher. Again, accidental Nigerian Air Force airstrike kills 16 in Zamfara. Apostle Suleiman inspires millions with messages, philanthropy. Father kills, buries 14-year-old son for allegedly disgracing family. And that's the much we can take from the Leadership newspaper this morning. Still on the stories making the headlines on Nigerian newspapers this morning. From the Leadership newspaper, we'll flip over to Vanguard newspaper. PDP crisis. Fear grips secretariat staff as activities resume. I share the similarities with later President Jimmy Carter, Obasanjo. Federal government approves 4 airlines for 2025 Hajj operation. Airstrike, no evidence, civilians were killed, says Nigerian Air Force as Zamfara mourns. Police expose new trend, constructive kidnapping, rescue 16 ladies in Lagos. Police, we've taken this. Still on the stories making the headlines on the Vanguard newspaper this morning. PDP vows to upturn Edo governorship election result as tribunal resumes. 2027 rotational presidency is here to stay. South will complete term. Ex Osibanjo aide. Sheyi Tinubu can become next governor of Lagos. Youth minister. Peter Obi makes U-turn over his comments on alleged national grid collapse. PDP crisis. Fear grips secretariat staff as activities resumes. We've taken this. Zamfara governor mourns civilian casualties. Commence Air Force in anti-banditry operation. Abuja food stampede not due to negligence. Catholic Church clarifies. Banditry. We won't allow criminality thrive in Oshun. Amotekun commander. Police arrest detain national president of Actors Guild in Abia. Air strike. No evidence civilians were killed, says Nigerian Air Force as Zamfara mourns. That's the most we can take from the Vanguard newspaper this morning. You are listening to newspaper headlines on Ebona, the 103.5 FM. Remember that you can become part of the conversation by sending your reactions via SMS or WhatsApp messages on 081 3839 7740 or 081 3925 6742 or 08065796599. From the Vanguard newspaper, we'll flip over to the Sun newspaper. Debt servicing gobs 8.94 trillion naira in 9 months as deficit widens. Emmanuel Udechukwu, leisure and luxury redefined. Ex-VP, Vice President Osibanjo still in APC, hasn't left politics, ex-aide. Adeleke dismisses defection plot as a fake news from pit of hell. 2026, why APC should zone governorship ticket to Oshun West Group. Economic team derailing Tinubu's renewed hope agenda, Okechukwu. No court order barred me from Ohaneze Ndigbo election, Okiro. Senator Kalu receives over 8,000 defectors to APC in Abia North. Experts experts project 3.5% economic growth for Nigeria in 2025. Experts project 3.5% economic growth for Nigeria in 2025. 2025 budget ambitious, growth oriented. Namchi. Ohaneze, Obi charges Mbata on Nigeria's unity. Senator Kalo, he possesses necessary credentials to champion cause of Igbo youth. Wazirike Mwifuru hailed. Why I left music industry, actor Shegu Arinze reveals. Netflix decision to stop funding Nollywood producers wake up call. Tunji Afolanya, Marianne Elisha made Zuru's first queen. Bovista rejects bid for Onyemechi. FCT Medium Football Tournament to honor Tinubu, Wike others. West Brom sets £15 million price tag on Josh Maja. The inauguration of John Mahama. Is it of Jimmy Carter? Tax before the new Super Eagles coach. That's the much we can take from the Sun newspaper this morning. Still on the stories making the headlines on Nigerian newspapers this morning, from the Sun newspaper, we'll flip over to the Punch newspaper. Opposition blames the federal government as a 573,000 apply for custom jobs. Jigawa JSC orders three Sharia judges to resign. Kanu plans free school uniforms for 796,000 pupils. Southeast stakeholders set agenda for new Ohanese leader. Ayedatiwa pardons 40 prisoners on 60th birthday. PDP factional secretariats. PDP factional secretaries set for showdown. Vows to resume today. Stampede. Oyo files murder charges against Oni's ex-queen. Others. Again, 16 civilians killed as the Nigerian Air Force bombed Zamfara bandits. Abiodun Oyebanji seeks support for fallen soldiers' families. Usibanjo, still in APC, says ex-media aide. Nigerian Air Force unveils tough rules to curb airmen's exodus. 80th anniversary, GCU to honor channels, TV, Chevron, Shell buses, others. How Qatar intervened to save me from Abacha's Gulad. Obasanjo. California fire. Trump blames leaders for poor response as 16 killed. Bronu unveils Ruga, settles 461 header families. Boko Haram kills three contractors, destroys immigration facility. Governorship poll. Edo PDP boosts as tribunal resumes today. Lagos orders unapproved schools to register. Lagos State Government, SMEDAN, seek accurate data on informal economy. Lasema handles 1,675 emergency cases in 2024. Permanent Secretary, Reps Minority Caucus, suggests alternation to Tinubu's tax bills. Reps Minority Caucus suggests alteration to Tinubu's tax bills. APC opposition deeper on INEC's 125 billion naira budget request. Makinde presents Alafin designate appointment letter today. Philanthropist urges government private sector collaboration against poverty. Philanthropist urges government private sector collaboration against poverty. ECOWAS condemns terror attacks in northern Benin. Academics hail Nigeria-US Varsity Exchange Program. Air Peace, Flying Arts, Mass Air, UMZA selected for 2025 Hajj Airlift. Bronu Governor unveils cattle ranch to boost food security. Go after criminals wherever they enter. Chief of Defense Staff orders soldiers. Soldiers destroy 32 illegal refineries, arrest 15 suspected oil thieves in Niger Delta. Plateau residents lament hike in fares amidst fuel price reduction. Women key to achieving Nigeria's energy transition goals. Minister. And that's the most we can take from the Punch newspaper this morning. From the Punch newspaper, we'll flip over to the Daily Post newspaper. Tax returns. FCT IRS gives ministries, department, agencies, employers of labor 3-week ultimatum. Tinubu was misled. Import waiver won't crash food prices. Buhari's ex-aide. Dolapo. Minimum wage. A shortage of teachers hits private schools in Oyo. Abia tax force dislodges illegal traders in Aba, confiscates property. No hiding place for kidnappers in Imo. Uzodinma. Strike. I am not owing judiciary workers. Oti replies MBA. We shall beg Tinubu to forgive Nnamdi Kanu. Ato Eze. Troops recover over 60,000 liters of stolen crude across Niger Delta. I will continue to speak for Nigerians. Governor Bala Mohammed blasts presidency. We need to address tax reform concerns. NLC tells Nigerian government. State court order barring me from Ohanese election. A host ex-IGP Okiro. State court order barring me from Ohanese election. A host ex-IGP Okiro. Detained Kaduna activist Mahdi Shehu breaks silence, reflects on ordeal. That's the much we can take from the Daily Post newspaper this morning. Still on the stories making the headlines on Nigerian newspapers this morning, from the Daily Post newspaper, we'll flip over to the Nation newspaper. APC chiefs, lawmaker greet Ayedatiwa at 60, transforming Abuja parks for family well-being. Full circle, a mirror on the real relationship we build. PDP will reclaim presidency in 2027. Sanwo-Olu's to Lagos State Independent Electoral Commission conduct a free poll. Lamata, multi-modal interchange to boost city transport. Lagos moves to streamline informal sector for GDP growth. Bank six firms wind up on $2.58 million, 276 million naira debt. Coalition names Kemi Badenoch, Akiemi winners of 2024 Yoruba Persons of the Year. Channels TV, Chevron, Shell's Chiefs, others nominated for Government College Ueli's 80th Anniversary Award. President in Abu Dhabi for Sustainability Week. Tinubu's economic team needs more steam, says Adebayo. Tinubu means well for Southeast, says Ato Eze. Stampede, Oyo government takes Naomi Oriyomi Fasasi to court, while Lagos deserves special status by Assembly. Oni Gani Adams hail Uwade's emergence as Alafin designate. Ayedatiwa frees 15 convicts to mark 60th birthday. And still on the stories making the headlines on the Nation newspaper this morning. Deji of Akure Ondo Varsity order facilitate honor. Ondo government settles rift between firm host communities. Lagos APC shares 6 unity among members. Let's build a better country with peace, unity, governors tells Nigerians. Obasanjo, I will miss my friend Kata. Tinubu paying attention to regional development, says NDDC chief, Niger Delta Development Commission chief. President Sanwo-Olu, others celebrate Eleganza boss Okoya at 85. ISWAP, no case, no cause for alarm, says Southwest States. ISWAP, no cause for alarm, says Southwest States. You're listening to newspaper headlines on Airborne at the 103.5 FM. We'll now go for a short break. When we come back, we'll continue on the stories making the headlines on Nigerian newspapers. Please stay with us. Yeah.
Born at the 103.5 FM, ODD presents Media Talent Hunt and Skill Acquisition Show. Are you an upcoming model, actor, rap, R&B, gospel, reggae, or high life musician? Are you trying to find your footing on social media? Do you want to earn money with talents and skills? Do not look any further. Sign up for Ebona, the 103.5 FM Media Talent Hunt and Skill Acquisition Show. Today, you will have the opportunity to learn and become an expert in video coverage, photography, film editing, music production, advertising and social media marketing, content creation, filmmaking, radio drama, magazine production, and many more. Register today at Ebona, the 103.5 FM Ogidi, opposite Ogunike Boys, inside European Residency Hotel Ogidi. For more information, call or WhatsApp 080 6579 6599.
Mbona kabisa yana wengi. Dada ni
Ebona, the 103.5 FM. Nabagoa Production. My business. When I will tell you, AJ radio drama, Erico. Drama, AJ radio drama, Erico, Ghana Dialogue, every Monday, 8 o'clock p.m. With broadcast on Saturday, 3 o'clock p.m. Now, F1 103.5 FM.
if you move and finish the Amara ni rewa di amu. Ko na ka do nda na ko na ni ko na ye. Nke ka ku ka wala ala ma wu na ya ma ule.
The challenges of documenting memories in the 21st century is gone. When you have Ebona at the 103.5 FM, here, what are you celebrating today? Birthdays, wedding anniversary, traditional wedding, chieftaincy conferment, or fala, etc. Approach Ebona at the 103.5 FM Ogidi today to document your event. Ebona at the 103.5 FM offers you live coverage of your events on radio and social media, video and photo coverages, feature on magazines, photo books, and others, news coverage of political and other events. Take this offer and receive a complete coverage. For more information, call or WhatsApp 080 6579 or you visit Ebona at the 103.5 FM Ogidi, opposite Ogunike Boys, inside the European Residency Hotel Ogidi. Man is a political animal. That's why we all have our views on politics. Political views come to you at Ebona, the 103.5 FM with Martin Epan Shukumi is here every Monday, 3 o'clock p.m. to 4:30 p.m. and Saturday, 10 a.m. to 11:30 a.m. It's all about the day-to-day activities in the Nigerian political space. Views of political actors from various political parties on political process. Views of labor leaders. And most importantly, your views. Views of the common Nigerian. Tune in to Ebona at 103.5 FM or you join online via mixlr.com/GistFM every Monday and Saturday. What are your political views? Keep a date.
Be anyị ekene m unu. Afọ m bụ Nwaada Okoye Mmesoma Eric. Abụ m Adaogidi 2024/2025. Achọkwaziri m iji ohere a wee kenee Igbo bụ Igbo niile, ndị Ogidi niile, ndị kwadoro anyị na Adaogidi nke afọ a. M na-asị na Chineke ga-agọzi anyị ncha niile n'otu n'otu. Afọ a ga-abụ afọ ọma nye anyị ncha. Chukwu gọzie unu.
How best can we talk about the challenges we are having on our streets, our community, our society in general? Street report. If we do not address these challenges on Ebonadi FM, who will, as the happenings around us get as complicated as they can be? Our government, whatever. Street report is here to make sense of it all. Street report is causing social change across your streets. In your community, Street Report is here with hardcore journalism to get to the root of our problem. Why don't you join me, Martin Ifanish, who is CSR number the force every Friday, 4:30 p.m. on Airport at 103.5 FM as Street Reports on Fools in your face. On Emas and Airport at the corner 24/7, 24/7.
Abụ m onye Anambra amụrụ ọda agengem na ọ na-abụ mbata Anambra steeti na-achọ ebe ife na-eme ọ dịka enwe ife na-akọ m ya wee kpọọ ezigbote enyi m nwoke wee jụ ya kedu ebe ife na-eme na Anambra steeti ọ wee sị m ka ọ na m anụbeghị maka Residency Hotel dị Ofin Ogidi m wee sị enyi m nwoke ọ gịnị na-eme na Residency Hotel dị Ofin Ogidi ọ sị m chelụ sị m na ebe ọ na-achọ ịpịa m na-abụ ole sị m na enwe executive rooms and suites n'Ogidi na Residency sị m ka m ejego na dia restaurant ka akapsigodo m na chef fadebelode na aka adọrọkwa ya mma n'ife a na-esi esi na ọkwa nlisie mkpọ wee sịcha m na m bịaja na dia outdoor arena ebe a na-eme ma wedding, traditional marriage, dedication, naming ceremony, shows and displays. Some Nabanwe swimming pool and all one for weather she didn't Lozak and then with them even men Agaman on residency hotels, Leofino. Can or let all out. Is in one residency hotel, Leofino, the well secured in a serene environment. Ordinary kilometer 13, Old Enugu Onitsha Expressway. So look about Makano Major there, and we put number on your Mungaji book here, na 081 40 933 512. And I'm up for just now. Come book, bro.
You're welcome back to Newspaper Headlines on Airborne at the 103.5 FM. Remember that you can become part of the conversation by sending your reactions via SMS or WhatsApp messages on 081 38 39 7740 or 081 39 25 6742. You can as well send SMS or WhatsApp messages on 081 080 65796599. We are on to the Nation newspaper. ISWAP, no cause for alarm, says Southwest states. Tinubu in Abu Dhabi for Sustainability Week. INEC plans diaspora inmate voting. Bayaro's representatives head to Supreme Court. Boy crushed to death by speeding truck in Oshun community. Alafin elect Prince Uwadi may rule for White House. Alafin elect Prince Uwadi may rule from White House. Senator Yaradua donates 1.15 million naira to families of slain soldiers in Castina. Tinubu, not a religious bigot, says Bishop Adebiti. Foundation organizes free medical outreach for Mushin residents. Uzodemma vows to end kidnapping in Imo. That's the much we can take from the Nation newspaper this morning. Still on the stories making the headlines on Nigerian newspapers this morning, from the Nation newspaper, we'll flip over to These Day newspaper. Obasanjo, how Abacha rebuffed efforts by Qatar, others to secure my freedom. Federal government bans homosexuality, cross-dressing in military in Nigeria. Archbishop Kaigama, Tinubu needs to match message of hope with actions. $225 million debt, GHL disputes FBN's claims, insists is not indebted to the bank. Federal government power ministry sued over 39.1 billion naira metering project. Federal government bans homosexuality, cross-dressing in military in revised terms for forces. WEF was collective security system under severe pressure. $2.58 million, 276 million naira debt. Nova Bank asks court to wind up Sunrise products. $2.58 million, 276 million naira debts. Nova Bank asks court to wind up Sunrise products. Cashless trolling. Cashless tolling commences on Kefi, Akwanga, Lafia, Makodi Road Thursday. Malaria impact commences revitalization of 58 PHCs in Nasarawa in key breakthrough. NUPRC, Nigerian Upstream Petroleum Regulation Commission, data confirms Nigeria's 1.5 million barrel per day OPEC oil output. FCT IRS issues January 31st deadline to ministries, departments, agencies, employers of labor to fill annual tax returns. Cancer Society to mobilize 10 billion naira fund to tackle surge in Nigeria. Nigeria's foreign trade by LC payments down 52.5% YOY to $506.1 million. Empowerment, 3,000 youths to get Sanwo-Olu's free ICT vocational training. Nigeria delegation arrives China to cement Chino-Nigeria relations. Nigerian delegation arrives China to cement Chino-Nigeria relations. Ekiti Airport set for commercial operations as NAMA commences calibration of landing equipment. Food security. Kwara aims to emerge leading rice processing hub in Nigeria, says Abu Razak. Jega commends Zulum for establishing first of its kind ranch in Nigeria. NASFAT. Damat commend NACON over appointment of new acting secretary for the commission. Uni Ilori Vice Chancellor condemns infighting within institutions alumni association. Commissioner laws efforts to make Sokoto environment green. GTCO's 400.5 billion naira public offer undersubscribed by 48% to raise fresh capital. National Drug Law Enforcement Agency seizes 6 vehicles, 40-50 trailer load of skunk in Abuja. Governor, Nigerian leaders honor servicemen at Armed Forces Remembrance Day salute. Wale Tinubu's bold path for Wando. And that's the much we can take from this day newspaper this morning. Still on the stories making the headlines on Nigerian newspapers this morning, from this day newspaper, we'll flip over to Nigerian Tribune. Group empowers artisans, farmers with over 200 million naira in Oshun. Group slams Nigerian Air Force over alleged killing of civilians in Zamfara. Repentant bandits plead with Kaduna government to enroll children in public schools. Nwifuru congratulates Ohanese's new leadership. Armed Forces Day. Let's lay aside divisions. Work for Nigeria's common good. Ababio. No, he is losing his mind. Fans react to Asake's new facial tattoo. FCT IRS urges companies, ministries, department agencies, others to file employee annual returns. Tinubu celebrates Okoya at 85. Saburi Road. Wike has given us a beautiful bride, a traditional ruler. Governor Inua appoints Haruna Ahmad as a new GO Cares coordinator. Governor Inua appoints Haruna Ahmad as new Go Cares coordinator. 2027, Sheyi Tinubu not too young to be governor of Lagos, minister. Ayedatiwa at 60. Obaya Bang celebrates governor's visionary leadership. Sanwo-Olu congratulates Razak Okoya at 85. CONYL laws National Drug Law Enforcement Agency chairman over fight against drug abuse. And that's the most we can take from the Nigerian Tribune this morning. And that will also mark the conclusion of all that we have for you on this particular edition of newspaper headlines on Airborne at the 103.5 FM. Remember that you can become part of the conversation by sending your reactions via SMS or WhatsApp messages on 081 38 39 7740 or 081 39 25 6742 or 080 65 79 6599. Now we flip over to our WhatsApp portal for reactions. On our WhatsApp portal this morning, we have this message. It's coming from Manly, Comrade Manly Oduogu from Odumobosi. And it says, in Nigeria, corruption is a relay race. Decades of massive corruption by successive governments have pepperized large segments of the population. It has eventually become an acceptable way of life in Nigeria. Our resources are misappropriated in billions and trillions by the political leaders who put the interests of their families and friends first to the total neglect of the masses. May God help Nigeria and Nigerians. Comrade Manly Oduogo from Odumobosi, thank you so much for joining us this morning. Still on our WhatsApp portal this morning, we have this message. It's coming from famous Christian. He's joining us from Ifite village, Aguluzibo. And he says, as Anambra State resumes academic classes today, I wish the students and teachers a successful classes this time. Okay, thank you so much for joining us this morning. From our WhatsApp portal, we flip over to our SMS portal where we have this message is coming from Godwin Anyebunam from Umumbo, Ayamelum local government area. And it says, Father kills son for disgracing family is worrisome. That does not show good parental care. The father who killed son for disgracing family must face the full wrath of the law to serve as a deterrent to others. Godwin Anyebunam from Umumbo. I am Melum local government area of Anambra State. Thank you so much for joining us this morning. Still on our SMS portal, we have this message. It's coming from Honorable Onyedika Osakwe, and it says the romance of China and Nigeria must have some hidden agenda. As Chinese do not invest in vain. It may be their avenue to dump factory rejects. Okay, thank you so much for joining us this morning. Also coming from Honorable Onyedika Osakwe, and he says the army, instead of killing bandits, they keep on wasting innocent citizens and keep on with their unending apology. The APC is B. Okay, thank you so much for joining us this morning. Still coming from Honorable Onyedika Osakwe, and he says the army instead, okay, the same thing. But the conclusion there, he says the APC is boasting of retaining power beyond 2027 due to the fact that our electoral process is the most corrupt in the whole world, where whoever that pays the piper dictates the tune. Also, from our SMS portal this morning, we have this message. It's coming from Agonabo. He's joining us from Ofa, Aguluzibo, and he says, I swap saga. Let it not be for the mouth, but by action. Because before you know it, Boko Haram terrorists and being hijacked by hoodlums, we are watching our stains unfolding. Still on our SMS portal, we have this message. It's coming from Honorable Onyedika Osakwe, and he says terrorists have surrounded all the nooks and crannies of this nation. Now, bomb and other vices are being used in the southeast here. Thank you so much for joining us this morning, Honorable Onyedika Osakwe. Honorable Onyedika Osakwe continued and says terrorists have surrounded all the nooks and crannies. Okay, the same message. But thank you for joining us still this morning. Anyway, we want to apologize to Mayor Onyenji Koka as a network will not allow us to see your message. But thank you so much for joining us this morning. Well, this is the spot where we'll call it a day on this particular edition of Newspaper Headlines on Airborne at the 103.5 FM. Remember, it comes your way weekdays in the morning. Once is 7 o'clock, so keep a date. And don't touch the dial of Airborne at the 103.5 FM. A lot is coming your way on this platform. Once is 8:20 this morning, we'll be back with Birthday Splash. Till we meet again, I remain Martin. Have a wonderful morning.
Tighten your seatbelt as we take you on this smooth ride.
Let's go! It's the morning drive on 103.5 Airborne DFM, keeping your morning engaging as we take you through the smoothest ride on radio.
From 7 a.m. to 9 a.m. Getting your morning inspired, be informed. Let's interact only on the morning drive. Make it a date with
Martin, aka Metal, on Airborne at the 103.5 FM.
from Monday to Friday, 7 a.m. to 9 a.m.
On the morning drive.
103.5 Airborne DFM.
Ebona, the 103.5 FM Ogidi presents Media Talent Hunt and Skill Acquisition Show. Are you an upcoming model, actor, rap, R&B, gospel, reggae, or high life musician? Are you trying to find your footing on social media? Do you want to earn money with talents and skills? Do not look any further. Sign up for Ebona, the 103.5 FM Media Talent Hunt and Skill Acquisition Show. Today, you will have the opportunity to learn and become an expert in video coverage, photography, film editing, music production, advertising and social media marketing, content creation, filmmaking, radio drama, magazine production, and many more. Register today at Ebona, the 103.5 FM Ogidi, opposite Obunike Boys, inside European Residency Hotel Ogidi. For more information, call or WhatsApp 080-6579-6599. Ebona, the 103.5 FM. Nabagoa Production. When I will tell you HJ radio drama, there we go. HJ radio drama, here we go. Every Monday, 8 o'clock p.m. with a repeat broadcast on Saturday, 3 o'clock p.m. Now, Ebona, the 103.5 FM.
If you move, I finish your
Amara mi rewa di lago. Una kan obro na na ko na ni di ko na ye. Nke ka di ko ke wona na ma usu na ya ma obi esi.
Ekokwana ka call ginga call.
How best can we talk about the challenges we are having on our streets, our community, our society in general? Street report. If we do not address these challenges on Ebona FM, who will, as the happenings around us get as complicated as they can be?
Our government,
Street report is here to make sense of it all. Street report is causing social change across your streets. In your community, Street report is here with hardcore journalism to get to the roots of our problem. Why don't you join me, Martin Ifanishku, number the force every Friday, 4:30 p.m. on Ebona 103.5 FM as Street Reports unfolds
in your face.
On Emas and Ebona, the corner
24/7, 24/7.
Abụ onye Anambra mụrụ ọda gengem na ọ na-abụ mbata Anambra steeti na-achọ ebe ife na-eme ọ dịka enwe ife na-akọ m ya wee kpọọ ezigbote enyi m nwoke wee jụbịa kedu ebe ife na-eme na Anambra steeti ọ wee sị m ka ọ na m anụbeghị maka Residency Hotel dị Ofin Ogidi m wee sị enyi m nwoke ọ gịnị na-eme na Residency Hotel dị Ofin Ogidi ọ sị m chelụ m na ebe ọ na-achọ ịpịa m na-abụ ole sị m na enwe executive rooms and suites na Ogidi na Residency sị m ka m ejego na dia restaurant ka akatigodo m na chef fadebelode na aka adọrọkwa ya mma n'ife a na-esi esi na ọkwa nlisie ụtọ wee sịcha m na m bịaza na dia outdoor arena ebe a na-eme ma wedding, traditional marriage, dedication, naming ceremony, shows and displays. Some Nabanwe swimming pool and all one for whether she didn't Lozaf and then with them where Taka never but even men Agaman on a residency hotels Yofino. Come one or let all out. Is your young one residency hotel Yofino the well secured in a serene environment. Ordinary kilometer 13, Old Enugu Onitsha Expressway. So look about Magana Major there, and we have phone number on your Mungaji book here. Now 081 40 933 512. And I'm up for just now. Come book.
Okay, guys, thank you. Like, subscribe, and share. Right, see the subscribe button right here. The rock. Remember to check this out. It's on Amazon.com. It's a book authored by me, Martin Ifan Shwekeze. Okay, check it out. Thank you so much for joining this morning.